if you are in the house, anywhere you are, you can get a piece of paper and begin to answer the questions. Now, there are three answers. Three answers. You now have to answer one of the three. What do I mean by that? So for this first question now, do you know your present financial condition or net worth? The three possibilities are yes, no, or I don't know. Repeat after me. Yes, no, I don't know. Again, say yes, no, I don't know. So those are the three options. So for each question, you can now put in front yes, or no, or I don't know for each question. So question one, do you know your present financial condition or net worth? So answer that one. So what does this mean? It means that if I'm to ask you now, how much are you worth? How much are you worth? Do you know exactly how much you are worth? If I'm to ask you, how much are you worth? Do you know it? Do you know it? Can you tell me this is what I am worth? Can you show me in figures, in a document? These are my assets. These are my financial assets. Can you show me what are you worth? Do you have the answer? Yes, no, or I don't know. That's question one. Question two. This is a diagnosis now, so the ball is in your court. It's your hand now. Question two. Are you satisfied with your present financial condition? Are you satisfied with your present financial condition? Yes, no, or I don't know. So if I'm to ask you now, are you satisfied with where you are now? Even Dangote is still is it a fine money? So are you satisfied with your present financial condition? Number three, are you aware of simple ways to increase your net worth? So if you are to increase your net worth now, do you know exactly what to do? No, it doesn't mean that you are doing it. But you know that, if I do this, if I do this, if I do this. So are you aware? Because people know they should save, but they don't save. So you know that people know they should invest, but they don't invest. People know they should buy land. So are you aware? So if you are aware, let me know. Yes, I'm aware. Oh, I'm not even aware at all. Or I don't know. So are you aware of simple ways to increase your net worth? Number four, do you have enough savings to see you through 6 months of normal living expenses if you lose your job or your source of income? Do you have enough savings to see you through 6 months of normal living expenses if you lose your job or source of income? Let me spend a little while here. For many, many, many years, as a matter of fact, for over 2 decades, we have been saying to people that in order for you to be all that you need to be financially, you need to have between 6 months to 8 months of your living expenses saved up in cash. 6 to 8 months of your living expenses saved up in cash. That is one of the financial management principles that you need to operate in. So that means that, for instance, if you are in Nigeria and you need 500,000 naira every month to take care of your living expenses, you need to multiply that 500 by 6 or 8. That means you need to have 3 million or what? 4 million in an account, cash. Why? So that if for any reason you lose your job, businesses go belly up, or business is not moving, or life happens, for 6 months, you will still be able to survive while you are navigating your way. Now, For many years, many people argued with this until COVID came. Many people have argued with this until COVID came. Now listen. Even my wife will say, this morning, I say, look, we need to save, but you don't understand. Let it be there. Something can just happen. Something can just happen. That these are the principles. So it's like, how can we have this money? You just be sitting and say, hey. Then guess what? COVID happened. And when COVID happened, about maybe like 13 people or thereabouts were locked down in my house. And you know the way COVID was that time. People were begging over. Then one day my wife came with my boy into the house, into the room, and knelt down and said, we just want to thank you. So I just want to thank you for not being an hypocrite. I just want to thank you for practicing what you preach. I just want to say, because when this thing, that you were just bringing money. Money was just coming out. We were just I'm like, this thing is what this man has been saying, that now I understand. Now listen, that's somebody that lives in the house with me. She said, now I understand. So you can argue with truth until you need the truth. You can say, I don't believe in prayer until you are dying. And prayer is the only option. You can say there is no God until God is the only answer. And then you will suddenly be looking for the God that you have abandoned. So I'm telling you for free. Is it easy? No. But you have to work on it. You know why? There are people that woke up one day, they got to the office and the job is no more there. I have friends that told me, I'm very valuable to the company. And I told my friend years ago, I said, you are arrogant that you are valuable to the company because you believe that the company will continue to exist. You are valuable to the company. Is your company valuable to the market? You are valuable to your company, but that company is invaluable to the market. And one day, he got to the office and there was no office. Why? Intercontinental is no more. He was a major regional manager in Intercontinental Bank. He told me, back there. Today now, his story is a sad story. So I can tell you stories. So you need to get this book. I wrote this book so that career people can know that you don't need to abandon your job to go and start a business. You can be a career person, build a career profession, and still create wealth. But how do you do it? All the things you need to learn are in this book. So, are you getting that answer now? So, do you have enough savings to see you through 6 months of normal living expenses if you lose your job? So, you may say, I may never lose my job. The job may lose you. Hello? You just get to the office and the password will not work anymore. Next. Do you save money on a regular basis? Do you save money on a regular basis? Doc, we cannot afford to save. How much am I making? No, you cannot afford not to save. You cannot afford not to save. So do you save money on a regular basis? Yes, no, or I don't know. There's no way I don't know cannot be the answer. Yes or no is the answer. So do you save money on a regular basis? Have you ever wondered how your illiterate great-grandmother, was able to save and build a house, and the educated you is poor and wretched? Have you ever wondered why the illiterate are the landlord and the educated ones are the tenants? Why? Because you don't know. You don't know that you don't know. You don't want to know, but you think you know. My future is bright. I will get there. My future is bright. It's a lie. Oh. Your future is not bright. Oh. 10 years ago, you said your future is bright. Is it bright now? Today is yesterday's future. Today is the tomorrow you spoke about yesterday. There is nothing called future. Oh. There is nothing called tomorrow. The future is a concept. Tomorrow is an ideology. So the tomorrow you create, the future you create is the future you will enter. So if you don't create the future, you will enter the future. It's the same story. So all this, my future is bright. It can be an emotional palliative. that makes you feel good, but it doesn't change your bank balance. So do you save money on a regular basis? Yes, no, or I don't know. Number 6. Have you formed the habit of savings? Now, let's differentiate between the two. What was the former question? Do you save money? What is this one? Have you formed the habit? That means, has saving become habitual? Hello? That means that you have come into a place where nobody needs to motivate you. Nobody needs to convince you. It is normal, part of your life. As the money is entering, you do your covenant obligation, you say it's a normal part of it. It's an habit. And one of the things that will help you to do this right now is technology. Someone say technology. Because you can automate your savings now. The money can be deducted as your salary is entering, as income is entering your account. There can be an automation. And you say, any money that enter here, remove 15% to this savings account, remove 5% to this crypto wallet, remove this. You can do that right now with technology. So it becomes an habit. So the money will not even reach your hand for you to begin to have a decision on what to do, what not to do. It's an habit. Now, are you sure you are ready for what I'm about to say right now? Are you sure you are ready? Now listen to me. Listen to me. Every money you are going to make in your lifetime cannot be paid to you once. Every money you are going to make in your lifetime cannot be paid to you once. It will be paid to you monthly as a salary or periodically as a business income if you are an entrepreneur. So it therefore now means that all the money you are going to earn in your lifetime is being paid to you small. So every month when you collect your salary, your past, your present, and your future is in that money. So inside that money, your past is there. Your present is there. Your future is there. Money is tripartite. What that therefore also now means is, if you eat every money now, you are eating your... If you eat your future, who are you? You are a witch. So when we say witchcraft, many of you are looking for one witch that is flying in the night. But you are a witch. Many of you are the one eating your life. You eat your future. You eat it. And then you are looking for village people. You are the village people. Because every time you are eating that money fully, your future is inside. You are eating your future. When you now enter future, there will be no future. You will now say village people is doing you. The village is inside you. You ate it. Number 7. Do you have a well-defined and documented financial goals? Do you have a well-defined and documented financial goals? So that means if I'm to ask you now, this is 2024. What are your financial goals? How much do you want to make? How much more do you want to make? How much do you want to save? How much do you want to invest? How much do you want to keep? Do you have a document in paper and biro or a folder where you can show me? If you fail to plan, you have already planned to fail. Proper planning prevents poor performance. So, look. Are you ready? Are you sure? Listen. When you don't have documented financial goals, you will never know when you achieve your goals. I hope you know that many of you, the prayer you are praying now, God can never answer the prayer. You know why? He answered it 7 years ago, but you are not aware. Now, how many of you would like to be a millionaire? God can never answer that prayer. You know why? Many of you have been millionaires 7 years ago, but you didn't know because there is no document. You didn't document it, how much came in. Some of you sitting down here right now, you don't have 50,000 in your account, but in 2023, over 3 million pass your hand. So the 3 million that passed your hand last year, you're already a millionaire now. So you are now praying to be what you already are. Can you imagine being, oh Lord, I want to be a man. I want to be a man. You can't answer that prayer. So that is how many of you are going to church and you are confused. Then you'll be blaming churches and blaming pastors for your foolishness and your ignorance. God cannot answer a prayer he has already answered. Oh Lord, create the world. The world was created before you were born. Hello? I hope you are getting something. So what is your financial goal? Oh Lord, this year we want to do a turnover of 100 million. You did 100 million 3 years ago, but you didn't write it down. What is a turnover of 100 million? And you are selling cars. You sold 2 trailers last year. 1 trailer was 35 million. You sold 2. Is that not 70 million? And you sold 11 cars. So already last year you did 160 million turnover. But you didn't record it in your mind. We sold only 14 cars. That 14 car was 160 that passed through your company account. Now you are praying, oh Lord, we want to do a turnover of 100 million. How can he answer the prayer he has already answered? Hello? Are you getting what I'm saying now? Number 8. Do you have a bank account? Now listen. For many of you that are enlightened, you may think that this is a wrong question. But let me tell you something. There are people that don't have bank accounts. Even in America. Hello? Even in America. I was still in, I did a school of money tour. I'm going on a tour again by March, April. Going on tour this year. We're going to 14 countries. 14 countries. Now, I was still in America on tour last year. And a lady in Dallas came to see me and was telling me how that she doesn't have to. I said, just say, me, lack accounts. I said, you don't have accounts in America. He said, that means I'm using somebody else's documents. So it's the person's account. The person, it doesn't have account. So it's the money is going to somebody else's account. And the person is just collecting. So don't think everybody has accounts. So do you have a bank account? Whether it's savings or current, do you have one? How many times have you heard that Onitsha market got bonds? Ariana market got bond. And they will begin to cry. Because money was bonds. Money that should be in the bank is inside different boxes. People don't have bank account. You know why? It's poverty mentality. They don't want to pay VAT. They don't want to pay COT. They don't want to pay charges. So that poverty mindset will be there. I can give my money to one bank to just be collecting my money. Because the banks are armed robbers. I hope you know. No, they rob you instrumentally. You don't know that they are robbing you. They are robbing you. Number 9. Do you reconcile your bank statements every month? Do you reconcile your bank statements every month? How many of you know that there are a lot of money they deduct from your account that they don't reverse? But you just think that, because, let me tell you something. An old woman in America that was very finicky about checking her bank balance every month to be sure that everything is intact was able to uncover a $400 and something million fraud because of this thing I told you. Every month she'll be checking. So after about 6 months, she went to the bank with all her statement. Said, I want to see the manager. Say, I don't understand that there is $1 every week. $1 leaves my account. So in a month, $4. In 1 month, $5. And I don't remember that charge. So what is this charge for? $1 per week. That's how they say, we don't know this charge. That's how they check. And so that money has been coming out of our account for months. They now say, okay, let's check other people's account. Maybe it's a bank error. They check. Everybody that opened an account in that branch, $1 was leaving their account every week. And it has been going on for 3 years. Nobody knew. By the time they will investigate it, they discovered that one guy, unfortunately, is a Nigerian man. They discovered that one guy that was a bank manager in that branch that has left 4 years ago was the one that programmed it into the system. That any account they open in that branch, every week $1 will be going to another account. And by the time they uncover it, hundreds of millions of dollars. So question, what if that woman was not checking? Many of you now, you think you are poor. Do you know how much your bank has stolen from you? No. Do you know? Today, they will say it's text message. You ask for text message. Did you tell them to send you text? You tell them to send you email. They will charge you for text and email. What's the difference between text and if I don't get text, I need email again. If I don't get email, I need text again. So reconcile your bank statement every month. You already know I'm a pastor. This is our church. This is our headquarters church. Our senior pastor here, that is my assistant, is an accountant. He's a chartered accountant. And he owns about 3 companies. Now, one of the things he does in one of their company is what they call forensic accounting. Forensic accounting. And one of the services they offer is if you borrow money from bank or you do large transactions with the bank, they help you do a forensic audit of your account with the bank to check whether the bank has overcharged you. That's one of the things he does, and they make big money. So what they will do is, if you are owing bank or you have done big volume with bank, they will now write to you and say, please, we believe that banks are stealing your money, but we are not sure. But give us the permission to help you. So you will give them the letter authorizing them to audit your transaction with the bank. They will now go to the bank and say, please, we need the account statement of this man for the past 5 years. All the money you had, they will now go and study it. So whatever they uncover, you will now pay them, I think 15 or 20%. Because you are not aware they have stolen your money. So if somebody now helps you know that they have stolen, that's one of the things he does. He's not here now. I don't know whether he will be here today. Listen, are you ready for this? There is no customer that came to them that bank is not owing. Not one. 100% banks are armed robbers. So when I'm telling you they're armed robbers, I'm not trying to insult bank. Even themselves know. Now you don't know. Hello? There is not one customer that use their service that bank is not owing them. They will now tell you it's a mistake. It's clinical. To reverse it, you start another journey. How many of you have gone to POS? To use POS. They deducted your money. To collect your money back from the bank. So what other proofs do you need? Number 10. Do you keep record of your income and expenditure? Do you keep record of your income and expenditure? So what are you talking about? Simple. You don't need to be an accountant. Income, expenditure, assets, liability. So income, just get a paper or a book. Draw a line in the middle. On one side, put income. On the other side, put expenditure. And start documenting it. This is 2024. I can show you in paper and biro all the income that has entered into my life since 1995 to date. Yeah. Every money that has ever entered my hand since 1995 is documented in paper and biro. Every money that I've ever spent is documented in paper and biro with 98% accuracy, 2% for human error. Hello? 2023, I still did it this last weekend to check how much came in from this place, how much did I spend on it. Now, if you don't have a record of income and expenditure, it is a major financial management principle. Let me tell you what you'll be doing to yourself. You will be asking for what has already happened. That's how I know what to ask for. That's how I know. So if I know that, okay, this year I've done 1 million, I will not ask for 1 million again. Now, there are principles that helps you in financial management. Now, there is a principle that is called Pareto principle, 80-20 principle. There is a principle that is called Parkinson's law. The expenditure will always rise up to meet with income. Now, all these laws are laws and principles that help you in financial management. So, when you have your income and expenditure, what it will do for you is, number one, it will help you know where your income is coming from. Are you ready for this? Many of you are laboring in the wrong water. You are doing what? Laboring in the wrong water. You see, which one is that one? There are things you are doing that takes so much of your time but doesn't bring money. But you are not even aware because you have no document. And you will repeat it again this year, except you are delivered today. So when you see some of us, and you think, oh, he's very busy, doesn't have time. I am busy doing what is producing. There are things that don't produce, I will never have time for it. Why? I already know it doesn't produce. So I have a list, income, and in the income, I have all the sources of income. So every year, I will now go and check, did this one produce? Which one produce more? So if I now discover that this particular area is where the money is coming from, what will I do in the new year? Tabernacle there. Since it's the one producing, you make it more. So that's simple. Then when you go to the other side, the expenditure column, you will now know what is taking your money away. I came to church here one Sunday morning, and while I was trying to explain some things, I saw a lady. I was talking about time management. I saw a lady sitting in front of the auditorium, and I asked her, oh, this hair, because what I saw in her hair is what they call million braid. You know, Ghana braid, million braid. So I said, and I know that it takes hours to finish. So I said, hello, how are you? So please don't be embarrassed. This hair, how long did it take you to do it? I think she said maybe 8 or 12 hours or so. I said, wow, so you sat down for 12 hours, 8 hours, you were doing your hair, wonderful. So I told the people how we waste our life away as we waste our time, because time is life. Oprah Winfrey started a program, and 1 hour every day, people will be sitting down to watch her. And she did it for 25 years. 1 hour times 7 times 52 weeks times 25 years. So people sat down for like 15 years of their life, 10 years of their life, watching another woman become a billionaire. And they are still poor. That's how we waste time. So many of you, if you don't have a list of expenditure, you will not know that in a whole year, you spend 500,000 on your hair, and you don't have a plot of land. And you say you don't have money. But 2023, what if you 500 share? $500,000 is what you used to do hair, and you are still not married. So if the hair didn't produce husband, is he not supposed to do low cut? Not be to do low cut. No, think about it. Many of you, my brother, you are looking at me. In 2023, your recharge card bill is 620. Recharge card, and you are not recharging your destiny. And you are calling village people. You are the village people. 620,000, no feel recharge card. Oh, they recharge a year. 620K, one plot you don't have, half you don't have, quarter plot you don't have. Why? No list. So you are not even aware, because some people will say never. When I told them to do this thing one day, you know, me, I will use myself and my family so that you will not be angry if you go verse for yourself. Let poverty, be angry with the poverty and change. When I did this thing many years ago, and I spoke to people to look at how much they spend on something, when we got into the car on the way home, my wife said, yeah. Even me that pride myself that I don't spend money on my hair. Woman is about 280. 280. Lord, me, yeah, 280. Could have for me Christmas gifts. 280. And that was it. That's the end. Because many of you don't have a record, so you are not even aware of how much money you waste. So that week, look, I went to speak at a church in Port Harcourt, and the pastor's wife, this one is not Taste My Moonlight, the pastor's wife said, Pastor, it's me you are talking to, that I spent 100,000, 150. I didn't know they spent that kind of money on air. Yeah, he said, and that, you know, he says, he says, as if you were talking to me when you say, you're both straight, your destiny is not straight. But he said, I was just sitting down there looking at my life. He said, you know my problem? I can get home and 4 days later, I'm tired of the air. No, she told me by herself. See, I can get home and 4 days later, I'm tired. Can I be tired of this one? No. Say 4 days later, I'm tired. I will now go again next Saturday. Next. So are you marking your script now? I'm explaining it so that you can understand. We are doing diagnosis of your life now. The year is just started, so that you are starting fasting and prayer. you will know that there is no demon anywhere. You are the demon. You cast away discipline, cast away waste, cast away responsibility, cast away ignorance. Do you know how much you spend, especially every month? Do you know how much you spend every month? You may not be as organized and meticulous as me. Me, I'm old school. You can use technology. You can use online banking. Because now you can use technology. So with online banking now, make sure that you reduce cash. So what you can do is every month, you can collect a certain amount cash, like what we call in business impress. So you can collect 50, 100, 500, depending on your level, and have it cash for cash at hand that you'll be spending. But let all your expenses run through your account, POS, transfer. So at the end of the month, you will know exactly how much you have spent. And then when you finish that 50, 100, or 500, if you want to collect another one, you document what you spend. So if you do that in this year, 2024, you will know how much you spend every month. Hello? You will know how much you spend every month. So I know how much I spend every month. So I know it's documented. So I can quickly look at it and see, and look at it and see, and look at it and see. And let me tell you something. My staff are here. We sit down and we look at these things. So we sit down, we look at it. When fuel increased, there's nothing like a rich man. Oh. We started realizing that they are going here, this one they are going here. We started changing. One day, my staff, because I go out, and when I go, I have 3 PAs, and then other people that will sell books. So when I move, it's like a whole movement. So when they invite me for a program, it's me they invited. But I have to carry like 5 people. Now, the 5 people that I'm carrying, one person will come from his house to the office because they are going on official assignment. Another person will come. Then from the office, they will now carry load and go to the place. So I now discovered that for every movement, they were spending sometime 200,000 on the movement. A lot of F1 minus 200. Do you understand? So the accountants now said, this money is too much. I cannot pay you. So it became an issue. And I got to know. I said, what's the boy? Say, she didn't give us money. I said, hold on. There's no way she will not give you money. There must be a reason. What's the reason? So I said, when we meet it, so we sat down in the office. I said, what's happening? He said, sir, that they are not getting this thing. That the last meeting you went to, sir, he mentioned the name of that church. He said, sir, because when they give me offering, I will still give them, they will put it in the account. So everything is on. He says, sir, the offering they gave you did not even cover the transport that they have collected. Then they only sold book, only 3 copies in that church, only 3 copies. So, and they now say they want to go. I said, no, we cannot be spending this kind of money when the income is not correlating. So we need to change the formula. So we sat down. That's me, oh. Because I look at what I was spending and what was the formula. We now decided, anybody inviting me, part of the condition now is you will come and carry us by yourself. So I'm not spending money in my car. I'm not fueling my car. I'm not, because the driver, I don't have driver. I drive myself. So for somebody to come and drive me, we first transport himself to my house. I have to pay for that. We will go to the program. When we return to my house, he will transport himself back to his house. I have to pay. Are you seeing it now? So we have to come up with a new formula. Come and pick us. So they will pick all of us, and they will drop all of us. And our book will be in the book. That cancel that expenditure immediately. One principle. So if you don't have the record, how will you do that? We went to a place, Lackway or whatever they call it. They invited you for a program. When they came to pick us here, 6 hours. Man of God, I think they were 6 hours. I slept and woke up. I said, inside this same Lagos, there's one road they were doing on that Lekki road. We were there, stand still. Even the AC got the cough. Then after we had just started, move. Yeah, what happened? They were now crossing another covert. What the covert like one covert? I said, where are we there? Imagine that I went with my car, my body. Do you know how much fuel? Go burn for 6 hours. Next. 12. Do you spend less than you earn? Do you spend less than you earn? Or do you spend more than you earn? Because many of you, they do pass yourself. Hello? 6-pack without 6-figure. Muscular prosperity. They do position jewelry law. Your salary is 70,000. You want to buy a smartphone. Dumb one is enough. Your income is not smart enough for that phone. Hello? Now, let's even ask a question. The smartphone you have, how much income have you made with it? Who is calling you? Nobody even have your number. Nobody is calling you. You are the one calling people. Hello, how are you? You remember me? Yeah. We're in Ogbomoso together now. Yeah, too. This is my number. Save it. Nobody is calling you. You are the one calling people. You are in the bedroom. Your wife is in the kitchen. Honey, Alpha is the dodo ready. That's what you are doing. You are using phone for intercom. Look, you may laugh, but you know I'm saying the truth. Who did this to you? Stay within your level. Don't rush. You will get there. Hello? Spend less than you earn. You should actually spend between 50 to 70% of your income. Because every money you make, 30% of that money does not belong to you. 30% does not belong to you. 10% is your tithe or charity or sadakat, or what do you call it, my sister? Sakakanyo saka, sadakat. Yeah. Yes, 10%. Even Islam, so that you know say, oh, this pastor, Islam, it's a law of life. It's not about religion. Giving is living. Hello? 20% is not your own. It belongs to your future. That's part of the future payment you have collected. Be saving it. 20% is your future. Be releasing the future, or else you chop future. Next, number 13. Do you have a household budget, and are you successful at managing it? Do you have a household budget? Me, I've done family meeting last week. We have planned the whole year 2024. So this one, how much is this one? How much is this one? Offering every Sunday, Club 50, per partner. Everything has been planned. And so this one, when I finish, my wife, she's listening now. She said, sorry, I have a question. All this money now, where will the money come from? That every year, you see, is it that there is a money, you just, I want to understand how your mind works. That's the question my wife was asking me. That because you just say this one. And I know that, I said, no, that is what is called a plan. He said, because, is it that, I said, that is it because, is it faith? I said, faith goes with a plan. Faith does not deny facts. So if I put it there that, okay, every month we'll do this, we'll do that, God now knows that this is our plan, then our hearts will capture it, our faith will expect it, and the universe will make it happen. So, household budget, what's your budget? Even my 10-year-old boy knows what is budget. Hello? Because it's something we do in our family. Everybody knows. And he knows that we are not poor. He knows. But he also knows that the money is available does not mean it must be spent. So we ask, say, Dad, is that in the budget? So when a 10-year-old boy is asking, is that in the budget? I say, no, it's not in the budget. That's the end of discussion. There's nothing like daddy now, mommy now, daddy now, mommy now. All those, your children are now operating witchcraft against you. You will now spend the money and their school fees will come, you cannot pay. Which one is better? To deprive them of what they don't need and to take care of what they need, or to give them sweet and ice cream. And when school fees come, you now tell them to pray. My son, thank God to bring money for your school fees. God answered the prayer of the lad. God answered prayer of little children. Oh yeah, repeat after me. That's what you are now talking. Prayer. for school fees. Number 14. Do you avoid major credit purchases? Now, do you know that many of you look good, but it's instrumental? Do you know that even with a wig that they borrow am now? Yeah, on your wig, on my borrow. There are people that borrow wig that did not return. They have to cut them out of social media. They tell her to return the wig she used. She did not return it. So when you see people now, they didn't borrow money to buy land, but they borrow money to buy canvas. They borrow money to buy wig, thinking that the wig will now produce, small girl or big God, slay queen. You're now believing that you can just hook one rich man online with your fake profile. So do you avoid major credit purchases? If you buy tomorrow's clothes today, you'll be naked tomorrow. If you eat tomorrow's food today, you'll be hungry tomorrow. So, credit. No, think of it. How do you wear a cloth you have not finished paying for? And fear no catch you. You know shame. Shame no catch you. You wear them. You say, sir, you don't understand. It's my best friend that is getting married. All our old schoolmates, and all these old schoolmates thing that you people do old school association online, that they will now be putting you under tension. Now say it's old schoolmate, 50,000, last year 50K, and your salary is 75. You can't share, something's wrong with you. Now you now buy the clothes, you wear it once. 3 months later, the marriage is over. The cloth is even older than the marriage. They will now start sending on the WhatsApp group, let's help our brother. Nobody should wear the cloth again, so that we will not remind him of the. Our lady go break in 3 months. I'm a watcher. We have not finished the 50K. I go wear them. No, but these are the things happening now. Even the cloth is older than the marriage. You now say, no, let's not do that. Let's keep it private. There's no private. When you did your wedding, you invited us publicly. We have not even finished paying for the clothes. The brother said, we have not even finished paying for the clothes. They pay once more. We are still paying. He collected 50, he paid 10. What is 30, 20? Marriage is over. Next. Do you take advantage of all the savings and investment opportunities that come your way? You see, the word poor, P-O-O-R, is an acronym for passing over opportunities repeatedly. So there are many opportunities that come. Do you take advantage of them? The only one you do is the one that is a fraud. Bring 10,000, collect 50,000. But because you are a greedy, covetous person, you are a victim. Listen to me. The same way there are irresponsible schemes and irresponsible organizations, there are also irresponsible investors. So many of you that say you lost money, you are just greedy and covetous. Stop blaming people that they dupe you. You are a greedy person. You want to bring 10,000 and be collecting 50,000 per month. If it's easy, why your papa poor? If that's so easy, why are there still poor people in the world? And then the funniest thing about you, if you don't know something's wrong with you, is that the person introducing you to that scheme has not spoken to you for 5 months until the scheme came. They now say, my brother, you know we are together. You know you are my G. This is hot now. I have to let you know because I care about you. When you begin care, you care. If they care, it is their father, mother, brother, sister that they will do it with, not you. Hello? So many of you that have lost money, you know the truth. You know that somewhere inside you, that thing you call something, say something told me not to do it. You still do because you are covetous. You want to get something for nothing. Next. Do you have any investment that helps to reduce your taxable income? Many of you don't even know that being an entrepreneur saves you from a lot of taxes. You are able to avoid a lot of taxes. Listen, in Nigeria now, if you are a company, until you make 25 million, you don't even pay tax. Many of you don't know that. In Nigeria, until you make 25 million naira as an income in a year, your company is not taxable. That is part of what the last administration did, though. Many of you don't know the good news. Hello? Policy of 3 years ago, 4 years ago, since Oshibajo time. So many of you are not aware, you see. But you are a salary earner. As inside that your salary, before they give you the salary, they don't remove tax. Now the remaining go enter your hand. You will not be arguing, should I pay tithe on gross or pay tithe on net? Hello? So to pay tithe on net is gross misconduct. Let's move on because of time. Do you diversify your investment or all your eggs in one basket? Now, please listen to this so that you can balance it up. When they say don't put all your egg in one basket, be careful. Because the capitalists have a way of coining phrases that programs your mind. When they say don't put all your eggs in one basket, look at what they said, all your eggs. So they attribute egg to you, but basket to somebody else. So they program your mind to think of egg, egg, egg. So don't put all your egg in one basket is middle class and poverty thinking. The real wealth thinking is create baskets. When you are the owner of basket, everybody will bring their... That's how Dangote became rich. Dangote sugar, Dangote salt, Dangote, all of you. What did you do? You bought. You brought your small egg into somebody's basket. And they carry the basket. Hello? Look, let me tell you something. True life stories. You know Transcore now. Transcore, how much of you know Transcore? Transcore. If you know how much, if you invested 2 million in Transcore a few months ago, by now you have 10 million. Transcore, Transcore, everybody, 120 kobo. I don't know if you remember. When Transcore came, they did private placement then, 1.2 million. All of us that bought at 1.2, by the time they came public, it was 5 naira. So 1.2 became 5 million. We cashed out at 5 million for 5 naira. All the people that bought at 5 naira, they all lost their money. Because after the thing became 5 naira, all the people that brought 1.2 collected for 5 million could follow coup. Oh, maybe is this too heavy for you? Maybe this one should be a high level discount. This is a free seminar. Are you sure you're getting it? But it became, they now create a room for somebody else to come and buy it at that rock bottom level. And started moving it to its real value. And look at where it is today. So don't just think of egg, think of basket also. So you need to diversify your investment. All of you, all your income, all your investment is in Nigeria. Imagine that your investment is in Ukraine. Hello? I have a friend. I'm the one that manages his account. I helped him to invest when he started making money. As I'm speaking to you right now, the only thing he has left to his name is the property I bought for him in America and the ones I bought for him in Nigeria. That's all he has. Every other thing is gone because of war. Imagine that he didn't have the American one or Nigerian ones. Diversify your investment. So many of you, all you know is just one thing. And many of the things you know is already expiring. Next. Are you satisfied with the contribution from your investment to your total income? Yes, no, or I don't know. What does that mean? Now, if you have the right kind of investment, it should be producing cash flow. So are you satisfied with the cash flow from your investment into your income? Years ago, Facebook was down for like 7 hours or thereabouts. I think 7 hours one day. Maybe like 3 years ago or something. I can't remember, but it was down for like a few hours. Now, by the time it came up, They said they have lost maybe 7 billion or one ridiculous money. So I started thinking, I said, why can't he make 7 billion? So it means that every 1 hour, this thing is producing 1 billion. And all of us are on this place, facing Facebook, not facing our book. I said, these people are making money. So all the assets you have, are they producing? Because there's a difference between an asset and a cash flow producing asset. Next, do you feel you have a brilliant financial advisor or team of advisors? Let me ask you a question. If you need financial counseling now, who do you go to? Do you know why many of us are where we are? Poor man, they advise poor man. How many of you see them at the bus stop? Free Readers Association, at the newspaper vendor stand. There are people that met there. They married there. They became children there. People have been meeting in that place for 14 years, and they have developed a relationship at the vendor stand. This morning, not yesterday, this morning, as we're coming. Oh my God. You know, we've been having a lot of discussion, which we do meetings. So my wife has been telling me some things she needs to do this year, that this. And then we have been discussing some things. And one of the things she said is that you always say some things that even me that I'm your wife, it's taking time for me to catch up with some of these things. So she now says, see, you say that true. I've organized that. Is it that they cannot leave the organizing and upgrade? Why is it the same? They are there 20, 30 years. There are even one man that, people that used to carry out on Okada in those days, that they are still riding Okada after 20 years, after 50 years. Is it that they don't want to, this morning, as we were coming, you see, this morning, he said, that is one of the, he said, Mommy, what's that? He said, that's one of the people that used to carry me on Okada about 14 years ago. He's still doing the Okada. So who are your advisors? Nana go gather to the fight landlord. You are speaking against landlord. How can you be a landlord? All these rich people. You have already made, that means you are not one of us. All these rich people. So you are not rich, you are poor. Hello? Who are your advisors? Look, I'm a pastor. In church, they'll say, freely you have received, freely give. Freely give. Fine. But anything you get for free, somebody else has paid the price. But there are some things that if you don't pay, you will not pay attention. And if you don't pay, it will not pay you. So get good people that will advise you. I started the Billionaires Conclave. I'm the global president of Billionaires Conclave. And one of the reasons is because the higher people go, the fewer the people that can speak into their life. Many of my members are here. Billionaires Conclave. When you are talking of some level of turnover and some forces, there are people that don't know what you are talking about. So they can't help you. So who are your advisors? Do you know that there are people now that you want to talk to? Babe, there's this house in Lekki, they say 70 million. But they need 50. So I can 20. Because let me speak English. There's a property they're selling for 70 million. I have 50. You are talking to your friend though. Hey, girlfriend. I have 50. So I'm thinking, if I borrow 20 to buy it, because the people that bought it 2 years ago bought it at 40. Now it's 70. So if I buy it now, and the person you are talking to is looking at you like 50 million. Teresa, you mean say you get 50 million? And you hear say I do birthday that last time. You don't even give me anything. I thought you are my G. You mean you have 50 million? You are wicked though. That's why you need the right people in your life, because some people you are discussing with, they are your enemy. Next. Do you feel you have sufficient life insurance coverage? People don't know that insurance is now working in Nigeria. They are still thinking of insurance of those days. So people don't have insurance. Let me tell you something about insurance. Are you sure you are ready? One of the easiest way to become a millionaire is insurance, even if you have to become a millionaire when you die. No, but at least your wife and children will not suffer. Look, let me tell you something. I say this to pastors. I'm a pastor. I see pastors Many pastors, they will just die for nothing. I'm telling you, just die, nothing. Most churches you see abroad, London, America, even 120 member church, 200 member churches, the insurance on the pastor's head is millions of pounds. If that man drop today, his wife go collect £1 million, the church go collect £1 million. But many of you have a full-time pastor, just they play. You will discover your foolishness, but may not be too late. You don't go into full-time until your hands are full. Hello, you don't go into full-time until hello, you end up becoming a thief and a liar. So what am I saying? If you do life insurance now, it means if I die, my wife will collect 5 million, 10 million, 15 million. But you are not dying now. But if for any reason you die, at least 15K, 15 million is a palliative. Do you know, crying in a face me and face you and crying in a private jet, there are two kinds of tears. You are crying, oh, but as you are crying, can I have Chapman, please? Add a little burger. And you cry, help me put on Netflix. You are crying, oh, but there is a cry where you are face me, I face you. Mosquito is biting you, no light, you are sweating. Everywhere is smelly, nothing to eat. Hello? So let me talk to women. A lot of women have the habit of telling their husband to do life insurance. I don't know where you got the idea from that I will die before you. I don't know where you get the idea from. But many women just think that, hey, what are you planning for your family? You, what are you planning for me? I never marry you. I don't go chop when you die. So as a woman, as I'm doing life insurance, you are doing life insurance. So that anybody will die first. Somebody will collect. Because I can't collect on myself. So if you die, I've wasted money. So as I'm doing, you are doing. So when you are thinking of killing me because of insurance, you can be thinking, maybe me too, I'm thinking of killing you. There, so that you will not reap what you do. So you will not think it. Hello? Can I go deeper? At the risk of being misunderstood, insure your children. Insure your children. Especially those of you in diaspora, Canada, Australia, all over the world. The way they are shooting children and killing children now. I have friends that have lost their children. One of my friends in Atlanta, the child went to school. The child is the firstborn. Gone. Okay. Now, no money can replace a child, though. But if you lose a child and get 20 million naira, we can use it to start a foundation and memorial to immortalize the child. It can never replace. That's why I say at the risk of being misunderstood. It can never replace a child, though. But a dead child plus 20 million and a dead child with nothing. There are two levels. You will not lose your children. Because the way many of you are looking at me now is fighting it's a higher revelation. I tell them abroad that we even need to begin to do bulletproof uniform now for school uniform. Because the way they are killing children everywhere now. So let's move on. Number 21. Do you have a plan for your children's college or university education? The three highest expenditure in every family is accommodation, feeding, and education. Repeat after me: accommodation, feeding, and education. So do you have a plan for your children's college and university education? The day you give birth to your child, go and open accounts. If you put 5,000 in that account every month, by the time the child is 18 years old, there will be enough money to support education. You can open an educational trust fund for your child and be putting 50,000 there every month, 100,000, 1 million a year, 5 million a year, depending on how much. Many of you are praying and planning. No, you are not planning. You are praying and hoping that you will send your children abroad to go and school, but you don't have a plan for your prayer. And you don't have a plan for your hope. And hope is not a strategy. Hello? So, you want your children to go and study abroad? Where is the dollar-denominated investment that you are doing now to pay for that school fees? Hello? My first child was born in America in 1998, 25 years ago. Do you know how much dollar to naira was in 1998? Do you know how much it is now? My last born was born in America in 2013, 10 years plus ago. Do you know how much dollar was in 2013 and how much dollar is now? So question, that boy that is 10 years old now, he has another maybe 6 more years in Nigeria. By the time he finishes secondary school and is going to university, do you know how much dollar will be in 6 years' time? So many times I just pray, oh God, oh God, oh God. Prayer warriors are the poorest people. Anywhere, go check. All the people they pray and they poor pass. Hello? Because, are you ready for this one? Ignorance is not a demon. You can't cast it out. And you cannot pray your way out of a problem you behaved your way into. Financial irresponsibility is a behavior. Prayer cannot solve it. So, savings. Next, 22. Do you own a house? Everybody's quiet. Do you own a house? Do you know that even if it's room and parlor, when they call landlord association and you are a tenant in a duplex, you can't attend? Hello, you can't attend. It's landlord association meeting. You are a tenant in a duplex, you cannot attend. Do you own a house? All of you sitting down here right now, where you are sitting now, nobody can sit there except to stand up. Why? Because as big as this auditorium is, that's your seat, is your portion. As big as this world is, with over 8 billion people, you have your portion. If it's not in your hand, somebody else is holding on to it. So go take your portion. Today, now, I'm going to be showing you some land you can buy. We have land as cheap as $750 that you can buy. And we'll give you 90 days to pay the 750,000, 250, so that you can own land this year and start building. Listen to me. I don't want to live in a local area. I want to live in a highbrow area. Do you have highbrow income? You don't have corporate certificate, you are looking for a corporate job. Who did this to you? At least start from somewhere. Hello? If your plan is Banana Island, start from Egbe. From Egbe to Egbeda. Because your first house does not have to be your last house. You can be changing accommodation every 5 years. Your first house doesn't have to be your last house. And then 20 years later, you'll be banana. But instead of you now waiting for banana, banana will not wait for you. Because that banana you should have bought for 50 million is now 2 billion. You don't wait to buy land. You buy land and wait. Because a city today was a village yesterday, and village today will be a city tomorrow. So do you own a house? So everybody have a plan for that. Next, so that we can move on. Do you have a plan to retire in comfort? There are 3 inevitable hours in the life of every individual. Resign, retrench, retire. Aru, 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 aru. So whether you like it or not, one will happen. Are you prepared? If you don't resign and you are not retrenched, you will have to retire one day. You will retire one day. So do you have a plan for your retirement? Or they will now call you to come and do accreditation in Abuja. And they say everybody must be physically present. You will now carry drip. Your child and your grandchild. One will hold the one catheter. You talking about the one will hold catheter. Another one will hold drip. Another one carry, and they will carry you, putting you on television. After you spend 35 years, you are going to do accreditation to collect 30,000. No, look, God forbid, life permits. There are many things that God has forbidden that your lifestyle has permitted. One of my daughters, you know me, my mouth, it's my blessing, but it's also my problem. My mouth, it can bless you. But listen, one of my daughters sent me a text message. I didn't know how to respond for almost 2 days because she was dear to me and I did not want to insult her family. Their father died at 94. 94. And the man had 11 children. They now want to do burial. They say they have planned that 6 million is what they used to do burial. And then they now cut the 6 million into 9. And for her, our portion is 500. A jobless person that should bring 500 for burial of a 94-year-old man that was good enough to give birth to 11 children, but not good enough to have one plot. So when I saw it, I said, how do you answer this one now? A man that lived for 94 years and does not have enough money to bury himself and has not raised enough children that can bury him without a liability, that life is worth looking at in another way. I say, now you are jobless. They say, make you bring 500, you are in the meeting and you agree. And you are jobless. So I don't understand how you agree to 500 as a jobless person. And you did not agree to buy a plot of 500 as a jobless person. When I say buy land, I don't have money. But now for burial, you know how to gather money, to gather for burial and bury all your destiny and your hope with your father. That is the foolishness of this world. We are going to introduce many things to you now. You see this 20,000 book we are saying you should buy now. Many of you are sitting down here. I don't have 20,000. The book is expensive. And you go and fix nail and you can't fix your life. 20,000 now. It should be expensive for many of you. 20,000. How many pages? Let me check your own. And yet, we are still in the first week. You have done the charge card of 20,000. Something is fundamentally wrong with us. We don't value knowledge in this part of the world. Next, 24. Have you prepared your will? Will does not kill people. Will does not kill people. So that you prepare the will does not mean you are going to die. As long as you have something to share, document how it will be shared, because if you die intestate without a will, somebody else will share the money. Hello? Next. Are you in control of your financial future? Or God is in control? Hello? You see, religion is more dangerous than it has reminded like, God is in control. God is in control. You better stop deceiving yourself. God can never control what he has given you power to control. Hello? So you do what you can do. He will now do what you cannot do. You are waiting for God. God is waiting for you. Whatever will be, will be. Look, whatever will be. It's not a scripture. It's a lyrics of a song by Bongo Zikwe. What's gonna be is gonna be. What goes up must come down. What's gonna be is gonna be. There's nothing you can do about it. You don't know you are young. It's elderly people in their 40s that we know what I'm talking about. You Gen Z and Gen X, A, R, Z, and the number two. The Z after Z, what next? Finally, number 26. Are you satisfied with the contribution you have made to the world? I hope you know that it is not necessarily length of life, but quality of life. It's not your duration, but your donation. We always say God for you, but if you die today, what have you contributed to this world? Can there be something we will remember? Because the Jesus all of us are celebrating. How old was the man now? The guy is 33 years old now. 33 years. And we are still talking about him. Now you are 50. Even your wife doesn't have anything to say. Because many times you people think you are young. By the time you are 25, a quarter of a century, a year till 25. A quarter of a century is gone. By the time you are 50, half a century is gone. So let's do calculation and check your script. So let's go to the market script. So now let's call it. So check now. I will go on break after this. Then we'll watch the adverts, and then you can go and buy the book if you have not bought. How many of you have the book already? Let me see. Okay, so it's good. So you rush and go and get the book when we are on this short break, and I come for season 2. Now, if you have 0 to 4, if your no or I don't know is between 0 to 4, so count your number of no or I don't know. Count it now. Count it. No and I don't know. Count how many there are. So count it. From 1 to 26. How many no or I don't know do you have? How many no I don't know do you have? Then we'll go into the marking of count. Okay. So please, let's make provision for people at the back there, all the way to, before we go to the gallery. So let's leave the gallery out until, so that we can make sure as many people as possible are on the ground floor. So, okay, are we ready now? Okay, so let's go back to the score, guys. So if your no, okay, let me use the book. Page 21 of the book. So if your no or I don't know is between 0 to 4, can I see your hand? 0 to 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people. Okay. If your no or I don't know is between 5 to 10. No or I don't know is between 5 to 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So if your no or I don't know is between 0 to 4, you are in a good shape. Just keep it up. If your no or I don't know is 5 to 10, which is 42 people, you're on the right track. You just need to improve. And this is your year. And then if your no or I don't know is 11 to 12. No or I don't know is 11 to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 people. So you have a weak pulse. You need some revival. And today you'll be revived. Finally, if your no or I don't know is 13 and above, let me see your hand. Wave it, wave it, wave it, wave it. Uncountable. Welcome to your life. You see your life now? Uh-huh. This year, 2024, your story will change. Because grace will be released, knowledge will be released, favor will be released.